Hello everybody, this is Warrior Dan, and today we're going to be touching on a subject that I've been looking to touch on for a while now, and that is the subject of the state of competitive play within Overwatch. Now, as you can probably gather just by looking at a couple minutes of gameplay from Overwatch, you can tell that Overwatch is a heavily competitive game, centered strongly around its competitive mode, as well as its official esports scene. And ultimately, success in this game is less dependent on individual skill and more dependent on team cohesion. Over the last 2 years, it's become clear that one of the #1 problems facing Overwatch as a game and as a community is the toxicity within the competitive scene. And instead of focusing on new updates and new content, Blizzard has had to spend a lot of time adding new and improved reporting features, allowing players to more easily and more effectively report other players for undesirable behavior. Now, I can do an entire other video explaining why it's detrimental to the game that Blizzard is dedicating so much time to creating a reporting system as opposed to creating in-game content, and having their time held up doing that rather than creating new in-game content. But today I want to tackle the subject of toxicity within the community and discuss what Blizzard has done right and what they should continue to do right moving forward that will help alleviate this problem. Now, starting off, what do I mean by toxicity? It's a very broad term, so it's probably best we rein it in and define it. By toxicity, I am referring to a player that engages with other people online on their team or on the enemy team in what we would describe as an inappropriate, disrespectful, and unhelpful way. Examples can include racism, sexism, basically name your kind of ism, and other behaviors that create a feeling of hostility between that player and other players on the server. Now, when you're playing competitively in any game, whether it's Overwatch, League of Legends, name your game, there's always going to be that competitiveness that creates frustration. It's a natural human emotion when you're in a very intense situation, whether it's on the battlefield, in real life, or in a video game. Your emotions are going to be very charged, and sometimes you will do and say things that you would not normally do if you had a clear head. It happens to all of us, even the best of us, but it's all about how you handle it. And sometimes some people are not as good at handling their emotions as others, and so they take their own frustrations out on other people and make the entire experience for everyone miserable. Blizzard has tried to address this by creating a reporting system that would allow players to easily report other players for activity that violates Blizzard's community guidelines. This can include harassment, abandoning a game, using aimbots or other hacks, and so on. But the system is far from perfect. Recently, in a forum post, which I do not have the link to here, Jeff Kaplan recently discussed how tricky it was to figure out how to authentically tell legitimate complaints and grievances posted to them via reports and illegitimate ones. And he did point to the fact that he and his staff do often use video and photo evidence on YouTube and other such social media sites in order to double verify what accounts they ban, suspend, or punish for inappropriate behavior in-game. Naturally, the response from the community is, well, how do we get video evidence and photo evidence to you in order to make sure that the people who are disrupting gameplay can be adequately located and punished? Because there's no guarantee that Blizzard is going to be able to find your video proof on YouTube on a site that has thousands of hours of content uploaded every single day. It's simply impossible to keep tabs on all the content uploaded on YouTube. So my solution for this is quite simple. Add a attachments option to the report functionality, allowing people to upload small photos, basically files under, let's say, 5 megabytes, showcasing the offending acts, or alternatively allow people to upload a link to video footage highlighting the offended content. This way, it reduces the server load on Blizzard, because you don't want Blizzard to be dedicating terabytes of space just for people to upload videos directly to the Overwatch servers. It makes no sense. So if you can upload a photo or maybe share a YouTube or Twitch link showing the offending acts and that you are reporting, I think it would really help Blizzard identify accounts that need action taken against them and accounts that do not. Also, one idea that Blizzard should look at implementing, I believe, is some kind of reputation system allowing users to effectively give a thumbs up, a virtual thumbs up, to other players in-game that they had a positive interaction with. As a contrasting feature to report, this would give the Blizzard team a better idea of your reputation as a player. If a lot of people are upvoting you, then that shows that you must be a nice person or a good player that wouldn't likely be doing a lot of negative actions. So basically, in a nutshell, expand the reporting feature to allow attachments to be added to your claim, and also add some kind of reputation system allowing people to be rewarded for their good behavior in the game, incentivizing people to be good sports, play the game well, have fun, and not to be a toxic person. But as usual, these are just my opinions. Tell me, what do you think needs improving in Overwatch? Do you think it's the reporting system? Do you think some kind of reputation system like I outlined might help? By all means, tell me down below in the comments. Now, this is Warrior Dan signing out. Stay awesome, everybody, and peace out.